Thank you. Following High Button Sports presentation of the Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League is a training broadcast. You're currently watching preseason coverage. Our broadcast crew is using these preseason games for training and preparation for the upcoming season. Thank you for your patience as our crew gets our reps in. Regular High Button Sports coverage begins soon.
Company, they are your back
Good evening and welcome in to the Zatzman Sportsplex in downtown Dartmouth, Nova Scotia for another presentation of preseason hockey of the 18U Major Hockey League in Nova Scotia. My name's Ron McDonald. On behalf of all of High Button Sports, I'd like to say thank you for choosing to spend your Friday evening with us here as we bring you the Weeks and the Subs. 1 week closer to hockey season. You could almost taste it in the air. Still battling for spots. Much yet to be determined. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for Puck Drop. Welcome back into the Sportsplex as we are just about underway in this preseason matchup. In nets for the Weeks, it's number 1, Cooper Collins. Also, and net for the Subs, also number 1, Green. There's some pushing and shoving already, and the puck's drop, and it's won sideways by the Subs. Knocked up by the Weeks. Taken off his stick quickly, moved up the ice. Puck's bouncing around, nice move, gets past one defender, can't get past the second. Centering pass fanned on, so have the puck. Looking for some help, gets it back to the blue line, can't hold the zone. And that will come out for an offside. First stoppage of today's contest. The face-off will be just outside the weak zone. The puck's dropped. One back towards the weak zone. A couple desperation whacks at that there and gets it out of the zone. Cohen Little just offside. And we'll get another stoppage in play. It's only preseason, but you wouldn't tell right now with the extra pushing and shoving here. We're just 30 seconds into this one. Puck drop, one back by the Weeks, quickly taken back by the Subs, moved over to the near side. Centering pass, and that's knocked off a stick into the corner. Pass back. Schmitz Can't keep it in. Subs will have to retreat. Taylor moves it up. That's chipped up into the zone. Weeks will turn around, get it right back out. That pass is in his partner's feet. Going to have to retreat back for it. Smith has the puck. Trying to work it up the far boards there. That's denied. Turn around. Reverse behind their own net. Here comes the Subs looking to break out of their own zone. Chipped up. Puck bouncing around, and that will be offside. 13:31 here in the shortened first period, as playing a 15-minute first period here since it's preseason as the puck's dropped. One back. McKenzie will have the puck. He fires it up the far wall and icing. So another stoppage in play, and the puck will go all the way back to the weak zone. Lots of stoppages here in the first minute and a half. No opportunities for either side as Burke wins that draw back to the point. The shot from Karen hits somebody in front and goes up and over the glass. So we'll do this face-off all over again. Burke can't win that one cleanly. It goes back. The Weeks will have the puck. That outlet pass was tipped, but still gets out of the zone. The Subs will have the puck once again. Here comes Burke, driving the net, backhand, big save. Subs retain possession, scrum for it in the near corner. Weeks come out with the puck. Battle for it. Weeks break out of their own zone, and all they could do is just chip it up, and it'll hit someone in the Subs bench for a stoppage of play. That face-off will just be outside the Sub zone. Both teams looking for the first, Weeks looking for the first shot. The Subs just got one there as Burke had a nice solo effort. It was denied by Collins as the Subs break out of their own zone. Working up with it. Conlon drops it back. Weeks have the puck, trying to chip it up the far boards. Battling for it. Chipped up the boards, and that will get out, but the Subs just pick it right back up in the neutral zone. Chipped into the weak zone. Big collision on the near boards. McDonald will have the puck. He chips it up. That puck will get out of the zone. Little makes a move, can't split the D, and that puck goes right into the corner. Great effort there by Little as the Weeks have the puck again. Centering pass, that hit a skate and got to safety if you're a Subs fan as the puck's shipped back up. Close play, Little has it. Little turns, centering pass, that just goes behind the intended target. And that'll just go to the point and just be dumped right back in by the Weeks. Puck's fired around. Can't get it out of the zone. The Weeks do not have numbers. Little has the puck again. He's been out for a while. He just throws it back towards the point. At the point, down low, Little, back to the point. Work it in, shot! That hit shin pads and went right into the corner. Battle for it in the corner. Puck comes back. Slap shot from the point. Big save by Green as he holds on to it. And he stands tall in his first shot on him so far this evening. Cohen Little still out there for the face-off. Subs win it. They fired off the glass. Almost held in at the blue line. But here comes the Subs. Shot. That's patted away there by Collins. Battle for the puck. It stays in at the blue line. Shot from the blue line. Easy save there. Picked up by the Weeks. Thrown off the glass. Chipped up. And here's Little again. Puck's knocked off his stick. Trailer comes back. Picks up the puck. It's up for grabs. Little trying to shot in the slot. That hit a shin pad. Subs can't break the zone. Backhand intercepted, and that finally gets out. Puck's thrown to McKaiser. He loses it. All alone. Shot, scores! That play evolved quickly there for the Weeks. The Subs were on it. And just like that, it's 1-0. Burke getting the first goal of the game. 4:40 into this first period. Just an errant pass. Spelt disaster for the Weeks. And it's 1-0 early here in this game. And that's a big collision. Working towards the net and standing tall. So the Weeks defenses. Two of them go hard into the corner there. Puck comes out. Hellman loses in front of the net, and that's another dangerous lost puck, as that puck went nowhere near the target. As here comes the Weeks, barely onside. Shot, that just goes wide. Hellman put it just wide. He almost equalized there. He has the puck back on his stick, cutting towards the slot. Puck's bouncing around and eventually thrown all the way out. And all alone, shot, big save. And the the Weeks fell asleep there as Folger was able to get behind the defense. Subs looking for an icing and just missed that man. And Collins stands tall in the breakaway. And here comes the Weeks the other side. And the centering pass just wide. Puck, cross ice pass. Back over. Can't handle that pass. Picked up by the Weeks. Another pass, a little too hot to handle. That just goes right into the Sub zone. Trying to get it out, and the can't. Loses a stick. Picked up Bowden. Back to the point. Shot for the point. And that hit a stick and went way up and out for another stoppage in play. 8:52 remaining here in the first period. 1-0 Subs. Puck dropped, won by the Subs. With it is Land. Fired way up. That pass a little too hot to handle there for Cameron. And the puck goes all the way back. It's the fast play here so far in the first half of the first period has led to some defensive errors on both sides as the Weeks throw the puck behind their own net, looking to break out again. That pass just a little in front and eventually bounces out of the zone. That's exactly what I'm talking about there. There's a massive collision. No one knows where the puck is. Finally picked up. Moved up. Cameron working up. Circles back. Pass back. Cross ice. Shot. That is stick. Cameron looking for the rebound. Puck's up for grabs. Shot goes behind the net. Cameron. He moves it back. Wakeman moves it over to his partner. Pass to Cameron on his backhand, and he couldn't get a stick on that. That goes off the boards. He eventually recovers it, just throws it behind the net. Picked up. Wakeman tries to center it. Puck's bouncing up in front of the net. Shot, that hit a foot and just went over the net. No one knew where that was. That went in cleanly. That was a goal for sure as that shot went wide. Wakeman again picks it up. Skating with it. His pass intended for DeBear. Just a little wide. Conlon on the forecheck. He can't get the puck. The Weeks will take it out. Collision along the far side there. Subs pick up the puck once again and just dump it into the zone. Chasing after it, Pitts. He moves it to his partner, McDonald. Moves it all the way up the ice, McIntosh. McIntosh spins away from that hit, but does fall down as the Weeks will have to retreat, picking up the puck. Here's Ross. Ross moves it up. Just out of the reach of McIntosh. There's Green plays the puck right onto the stick of McIntosh, but the defense stands tall, and that puck goes up and over the net for a stoppage in play. Almost a costly error there, but the defense stands tall, keeping this a one-goal game. puck drop, one back. McDonald moves it over. Shot from the point. Big save by Green. And he holds on to it. Pitts, was the one who was handling the puck. One of two preseason games tonight as Valley and the Max are battling it out. Shot! There's a delayed penalty coming up. Where's the puck? It comes out, and it's going to be against the Subs. It's going to be a hooking call. Who's going to go? The Bay will go to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. First man advantage here for the Weeks. Looking to tie it up here. 6.5 to go in the first period. Puck drop. Weeks looking to win it and set things up. Puck's up for grabs. Cleared but didn't get out. Held at the blue line. Weeks looking to set it up. Groff. He just throws it in deep. Little can't handle that puck. Puck goes all the way around. Chipped out to the blue line. Held in. And what a play there. And what a kick as that goes all the way down the ice. Getting a little inspiration from the World Cup here this summer as the puck's behind the Weeks net, battling for it. The Weeks have numbers back on defense as the Subs just hold them back to kill this power play. And now the Weeks will go try on the rush, on the man advantage. Groff can't get past 3 defenders. He still has the puck. He works it back to the point. McKenzie shot. Big save by Green. Rebound. And that just gets put wide. So that was a grade A chance here. Probably the first the Weeks had so far tonight. So the puck's still up for grabs in the corner. Subs come out with it. Trying to get it out. Great pinch there by Anderson. Eventually the puck does come out. Anderson has it. He just chips it in. Picked up by Gregan. He moves it back. That pass long and wide, but just corral the puck through a shot on. Easy save for Collins as McDonald pick up the puck. Jackson McDonald working wide with some speed. Force wide, still shielding that puck. Works behind the net. He goes down. Gets back up, but goes hard into the boards. The puck's picked up and just rimmed around the boards. Kept in at the blue line. McDonald. This time Colin McDonald. He works it back. Cross crease pass to Jackson McDonald. Does not connect. That puck sent all the way back down. Dying seconds of this power play, and it is over. With the Mario Gain a Life sound playing when that penalty ended. And here comes the Weeks. This time even strength. That gets stood up there at the blue line. Working with it and having some speed. In, shot, waffle board away, and that goes up and over the netting. Collins slamming the door on Cluett, keeping his team just down by 1. .405 to go here in the first period. Puck dropped, 1 back. Clearing attempt, that's held in alongside the hash marks. Cluett battling for the puck. He works it back to the point. Wakeman, shot, glove save, and elects to just hold on to it is Collins. Cooper Collins standing tall here. And it's still just 1-0. Puck drop. Once again, a battle alongside those hash marks. Cluett fighting for that puck. Comes out. Burke. Center pass. Shot. Scores! The rebound is buried, and it's 2-0. Jay Taylor getting his first of the evening. And it's 2-0 for the home team. Off of a rebound there. That puck's Drop, we're back underway. Mackenzie will have the puck. Fires it up alongside the boards. Picked up Bowden. Bowden still fighting for it alongside the boards. Taylor's in there. Showing a little grit after he just scored. Weeks have the puck. Centering pass. That's just wide of Bowden. Picked up by the Subs and thrown all the way to Mackenzie along center ice. Mackenzie loses the puck. Taylor tries to get it up and out. He can't. Green's working in with it. Green's pass just a little off the mark. Kept in at the blue line and dumped right back towards Green. Fighting for it, Green. It's taken off his stick. Wakeman. Wakeham. Puck's knocked up. Smith will have it. Smith working with the puck with some speed along the near side. He just loses the puck, turns around and just backhands it in towards Collins. Collins leaves it there. That pass intended for Green. Knocked down. Green will eventually pick it up and just chip it into the zone. Picked up by the Subs. Gregan will have the puck. Knocked up the ice. Cameron works its way over to Karen. Karen driving the net. He elects to just turn around. Centering pass. That's knocked in a couple feet. Karen will pick up the puck again. He just backhands it behind the Weeks net. Pass goes out front. Shot. What a save. Collins using his head for that one. And he keeps this a 2-goal game. With 2 minutes and change to go here in the first. Puck's dropped. Won by the Weeks. Shot. That's blocked in traffic. Turn around and just tossed out of the zone. Retreating Gregan. He'll pick up the puck. He'll move it over. Just thrown out of the zone. That's going to go all the way down for an icing. And it'll be an offensive zone draw here for the Weeks as they look to get something going here before the first intermission. There will be no flood in between the first and second. Just a quick water break, and we'll get right back into the action. As we just have under 2 minutes to go until we reach that stage as the Weeks win that draw. Pass back. Pitch just dumps it in deep. Picked up there. Moore. Circling back. Thrown back. Moore's battling for the puck. They'll come to the point. It's knocked out, but picked promptly right back up by Ross. He throws it up. That'll be knocked up at center and picked up by the Subs. Working with it. Camus. Still on a stick, and it's knocked off at the blue line. And the Weeks looking to get another rush going there. He gets stood up at the blue line. Puck's up for grabs. Some physicality shining through here as Land has it. Land. He circles back at the far corner. Back to the point. That's chip up past the D. And here come the Weeks. It's Anderson. He loses the puck. That'll be picked up by Sparks. Chipped up. That was for Conlon. That's just wide. Collins looking for it. He loses the puck. Puck's up for grabs. Collins not in position, but will be knocked into safety into the corner by the Weeks. Collins. Almost disaster there. But that's what you have defense for. Is here comes the Weeks. There's a delay penalty once again against the Subs. It's going to be head contact. A high stick. It looks to the head. It looks like Robertson will be headed to the box. Pardon me, it'll be DeBay for his second trip to the penalty box today. 23 seconds left. 23.1 to be exact. This puck's dropped, one back by the Weeks, looking to get a quick power play goal before the end of the period. And that's going to be thrown, and that looks like it hit somebody in the Subs bench. So the puck will go right back into their zone. 16 seconds to go here in the period. Puck's dropped, one back by the Subs. Land trying to get it out. He gets stripped by the puck by Anderson. Anderson moves it back to the point. Ross, Anderson, cross ice. Goff has it. 2 seconds, 1, and that's the period. We've played 15 in Dartmouth. Subs 2. Weeks nothing. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a second for the second period of preseason action. You're watching 18U Major Preseason on High Button Sports.
For Shaw. There's a set out, they score! And the Mollies win it 5-4.
The year that we all came in, it was the tradesmen back then that they had, and we had a ton of fun, and we enjoyed being at the rink. We enjoyed playing hockey, and first taste of kind of being at the rink every day. My first time getting to travel through the province to play. Every weekend you're going somewhere else, not just staying in Cape Breton. I'll never forget those days. It was, we'd always drive to the rink, me and a couple of my buddies. The group that we had that year was one of my favorite years in hockey. When you grow up, you always hear about the guys in the country are, really skilled, really highly touted, and here it's just, put your work boots on. Back at that age, it's hard to see that. It's hard to see that you're going to be able to play hockey for a living. You're also thinking about your education and all that, and that's very important. My friends, that I've met them through hockey, whether it was through minor hockey, through major midget, through professional, just enjoy every day you go to the rink. I'm forever grateful for all the opportunities that I've had that hockey brought me, and it all started in Cape Breton with
Welcome back to the Zatzman Sportsplex as we get ready for the second 15 of this preseason action here. If you're just joining us, welcome. It is 2-0 Subs, but as the Weeks, though, start on the power play, they'll have the puck and they'll work it up here. McIsaac circles back, moves the puck over. Hellman uses his D. McDonald. Hellman just takes it off the stick there. Gains the zone. Back to McDonald. McDonald circles back. Thrown back to McDonald just out of his reach. His pitch can't hold the zone there, and he'll have to retreat all the way back. Picks up the puck. Uses McIver. Up to Hellman. His pass just out of the reach. Weeks do pick it up. Gain the zone. Back pass. Shot. What a save! A second save. I know it's only a preseason, but what a highlight reel save by Green. Absolute highway robbery within the first minute here of the second period. Not only to make that first acrobatic save, but to have the poise to save the rebound that came from point blank in the slot. A very early contender for save of the season. So the Weeks will have the puck. Working with it, back to the point. Ross moves it over. Picked up Green. Green will have it. Looking for some help. Gets it back down low. Back to the point. Shot from the point. That is stick and goes all the way up. Hits the glass behind the net. Weeks will still have it. Holds the line. Ross works it down. McKenzie behind the net. Centering pass. Shot. That hits something. Goes behind the net. And the Subs kill off the penalty as we're back to even strength. Slap shot for the point. And that just floats into Green's glove. The in-house DJ playing some Tragically Hip. We're just 1 week removed from the 10-year anniversary of their last concert. Seems an appropriate time to play some hip as we're back underway. Subs win this draw and eventually do get the puck out. Knocked up. Works in. Shot. Blocker save. Cluett takes a whack at it. He can't finish the rebound. And back come the Weeks as this is a back and forth game as that's just dumped in. Picked up Robertson. Robertson will go behind. Cluett trying to get it up. He gets it out of the zone, but that's as far as the puck will go. As it turns around and gets thrown right back into the Sub zone. Green leaves it there for Robertson. Robertson uses the boards. throws it over McLean. McLean's pass entire for Wakeham. Wakeham will have to retreat back for the puck. Picked up. That's tipped down in the neutral zone and just thrown right back into the zone. Green will play it behind his own net. He whiffs on the puck. Picked up by the Weeks. Looking to get something going. Shot. That's deflected just wide, short side. As here comes the Subs. Once again, another errant pass, but eventually picked up. And that'll just be offside as Cluett made a move at the blue line. So that will mean that the face-off's just outside the weak zone. Puck's dropped. One forwards by the Subs. Fauger, he shoots it just wide. Goes towards the point, and that just gets out. And here comes Goff. Goff battling. He still has the puck. Is eventually knocked off his stick. Subs looking to transition the other way. Picked up McKenzie. McKenzie, partner pass back to McKenzie. He fires it up. And Little just offside. And that puck will go right back outside the Sub zone. We're just over 4 minutes underway the second period. No changes thus far on the scoreboard. It's still 2-0 for the hometowns. Dartmouth Steele Subaru, and here Aaron Pass working his way in. Backhand shot. That hit the side of the net. As Dartmouth continues to look to pounce on mistakes made by the Weeks, as that puck's just dumped all the way down to the Sub zone. They'll be picked up by Wakeham. Battling for it. Behind the net, and big hit as somehow both of those players got the worst of it as Wakeham has the puck. He knocks it up the ice, and that's as far as that one will go, as it's just knocked back towards the blue line. Goff will try to chip it up. Soup step up, knock it right back into the zone. And that's, of course, just knocked all the way back down into the Sub zone. Picked up Taylor. Taylor throws it up. A couple sharp passes there. And a nice move at the blue line. Working in. Backdoor pass. Shot. Big save there by Collins. Smith on the forecheck. Can't get the puck. Goff has it, Saul has it, he gains the zone. He tries to make another move, almost a great solo effort there. But up come the Subs. That pass hit a stick and goes well behind its intended target. McKenzie, however, fans on the puck. Puck's up for grabs, picked up by the Weeks. McIver moves it up. That pass intended for McDonald doesn't reach him. Picked up as soon as he came off the bench. The Weeks trying to have it. This puck just is bouncing around all over the place. Trying to calm things down. Puck's knocked away, and that's thrown all the way in on net. Green just saves that with ease. Picked up once again. Conlon. Conlon throws it up. His pass knocked back into the zone. Bouncing puck and just knocked a little too far. And Green will make the save. Holman was in all alone. It's just too heavy of a touch. Puck drop shot right off the face-off. That's Waffle Borden all the way to the far boards. Still battling for it. Subs get it out of the zone. Working up, tries to make a move. Defense stands tall, gets it out of the zone. Picked up by Robertson. Robertson just knocks it right back in. Thrown behind the net. Held in Burke. Burke can't keep it, however. Puck's going the other way. Holman. Holman working wide. Trying to crash the net. Shot. Big save. Almost kicked back in by the defender. Puck comes out in front. Holman. What a save there by Green. Holman couldn't toe drag it around his glove. Puck can't come out just quite yet. McDonald, he moves it over. Ross, tipped. And that bounces right into Green's chest. And that was Pitts, with the shot. McDonald tip. And Green denies the chance. And we stay 2-0 here at the Sportsplex. Puck drop, won by the Subs, looking to clear the zone. That puck will get out, turned around, and just knocked right back in, however. Taylor giving chase. He picks up the puck, throws it all the way around. No ice, says Mr. Linesman. As that puck's bobbled behind the net. Centering pass as the Weeks get there just in time. Taylor has it at the point. He just throws it in. Picked up. Worked around, just thrown behind the net. Camus. Big hit there. Separate puck from body, then a great poke there. Wakeham has the puck. Wakeham with some speed. Driving towards the net. Wakeham, backhanded shot. That goes just wide, short side. That puck's thrown back towards the point. Taylor can't reach it, so he's going to retreat all the way back to zone. He uses Wakeham. Wakeham chips it up and out of the zone. Chip towards center ice, intercepted by the Weeks. Picked up. That stick's broken. So Wakeham picks up the puck. He moves it over for Taylor. He picks it up off of one bounce off the wall. Taylor gains half and just dumps it in. Cluett going to battle in the corner. Comes out. Poked in front of the net. The Weeks looking to get it out. Not to be. Shot. That's off the glove and off the bar and out of play. Burke found himself in the most prime scoring spot there is and just couldn't sneak it past Collins. Cooper Collins stands tall once again. It's still 2-0. That puck's dropped. We're back underway. Cluett shot. That's blocked. Thrown out to the far board. Try to chip it out and does get past the stick of Karen. But the Subs will have the puck in their own zone. That puck's thrown over. Gregan has the puck. He gains his own. He's forced wide, looking for some help. Centering pass. That's off the blocker and eventually will be covered. Couple whistles, couple pushing and shoving in front of the net. Another whistle. Nothing too heinous there. Just get away from my goalie. As we're just past the halfway point here in the second period. Nothing across so far in the second. It still remains 2-0 for the Subs as a massive collision in the near corner there. McKenzie will have the puck for the Weeks. He chips it up. That hits a weird stanchion in the glass there. Lucky break for the Subs. They look to take advantage of it. It will be cleared out, however. It's that puck bouncing around at center ice. Couple whacks at it. Looked like they were playing lacrosse there. This puck's bouncing around. Here come the Weeks. That puck knocked off his stick. Bouncing puck in front of the net. Cleared away quickly by the Subs. And they go in a fast break the other way. Working in, centering pass. No one there. Anderson trying to get the puck back. Picked up by Moore. He works it over McKenzie. Up for Anderson. That's off his stick. Turn around the other way, Gregan. Gregan throws up the puck, Conlon. Battling for it, comes behind the net. Still fighting for it. Conlon. He has it, he throws it back towards the boards. Anderson will pick up the deflection. He's going the other way for the Weeks. He chips it, that gets out and down into the Sub zone. It's picked up. Taylor will throw it all the way up. Working in, shot. That's waffle boarded away. Once again, Collins making a save. That pass. Taylor, shot. Tipped in front, rebound, scores! A botched clearing attempt leads to the third goal of the evening for the Subs. Smith, his first of the night. And it's 3-0 and First whistle after half, and both teams will make a change. Why not? In nets for the Subs and in nets for the Weeks, it's Landon Wilson, the Nova standout from last year in the U15 league, as they'll play their half of the game, as there's a big collision along the far side, and immediately here come the Subs as that pass is intercepted, and Goff can't. Puck gets up. Anderson tries to chip it back to the center. That'll be intercepted by the Subs. Conlon has it. Conlon, his chip is blocked, and then he's hit hard into the boards. Battling for it. The ref's yelling, move it. And move it they do. Little has it. Little trying to shield the puck away from Land. Land, however, wins that battle, and they get the puck out. The Subs on a fast break. Shot. Big save. Landon Wilson tested early. Subs still have possession behind the Weeks net. Weeks looking to break out. That pass up to Anderson. Anderson working with it. His cross-ice pass. Shot! That's blocked. Anderson can't control the rebound. Goff will have it behind the net. Anderson brings it out. Anderson centering pass. No one there, and that'll go all the way back to the neutral zone. Picked up. Pitts throws it up. Goff has it. He works past one man. Defender without a stick. Chipped up. McDonald can't handle the puck. He throws it back to the point. Over to McKenzie. McKenzie hit hard. That puck comes out of the zone. McKenzie gets back to his feet, though, and knocks the puck back towards the Weeks. Goff has it. Goff looking for some help. He gets it back to the point. Shot from the point. That's blocked. Goes towards the corner. Picked up by the Subs. That outlet pass well wide. No icing. Wilson out to play upon his net. He just rims it around the glass. Picked up by the Subs. And that puck is just thrown all the way down for a clear icing. And we'll get the whistle. And that'll mark another offensive zone draw here for the Subs. 3:19 to go here in the second period. Smith just added another one. It's 3-0 for Dartmouth as that puck's dropped. One back by the Weeks. Thrown up. Saved at the point. Shot. Saved through traffic. So I don't think that actually hit anything. So missed everybody in front of the net as the puck's still up for grabs. Weeks looking to try to get it out. Get it out they will. Chipped up. And the Subs will have to go back to their own zone and corral it. It's knocked up to the corner. Battle for it. Puck's up for grabs behind the net. Centering pass, that goes well wide. Another pass. That ended up on net, actually, and that's just patted away by Wilson. That puck's dumped out and will go all the way down to the Sub zone. Foot race for it. Karen's going to win that. He turns around, fires it up. Gregan will try to get it out. He can't. Holman battling for it behind the net. Karen has it. Karen, his outlet pass, works wonders, and off to the races. Shot, big save, and Wilson covers it up as he shuts the door on Fougere, keeping this 3-0. .208 to go here in the second period. Puck dropped one back. McDonald will throw it alongside the boards. Chipped up. And here comes the Weeks. That puck gets knocked towards the corner. Looking to set something up here. Centering pass, and that just gets through everybody. And here come the Subs. Working up with it. Fougere, his shot. That's just patted into the corner. Centering pass. Shot. What a save by Point Blank as Wilson shuts the door. That's a nice move there in neutral zone. Anderson has the puck. It's his centering pass. That goes nowhere. Puck's up for grabs. Subs coming the other way. Gets past one defender. Tries to split the D, but a third one comes in. McKenzie works it up there. Puck's fanned on at the blue line. Second attempt does get down deep into the zone. Taylor's going to pick it up for the Subs. C. Taylor circles back. He throws it behind the net. Land will have it. Land reverses. Another partner pass. Taylor works it up. Here come the Subs. Camus spins back around. Uses the boards. Chipped up and just bouncing puck, and that will go back to the neutral zone. Picked up Robertson. Robertson throws it up the near boards. That pass just a little too hard. And it'll be dumped right back down. 30 seconds to go here. Wakeham uses the boards, throws it to Robertson. Robertson will look. One last rush here for the Subs, and that's knocked right back in. Delayed offside, so the Weeks have to retreat. Robertson throws it up. Camus's pass intercepted. Less than 10 seconds to go here in the period. Cedric pass, shot! Big save by Wynot. And in the dying seconds of the second period, a shot from point blank denied. 3.5 seconds to go. Puck drop, shot, blocked, and that will do it for the second period of play. Pushing and shoving will come to an end. We've played 2 periods. Dartmouth Steele Subaru 3. The Weeks nothing. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the third period of play of this U18 major preseason action here on High Button Sports.
For Shaw. It's a set out, they score! And the Maoris win it 5-4.
The year that we all came in, it was a tradesman back then that they had, and we had a ton of fun, and we enjoyed being at the rink. We enjoyed playing hockey, and first taste of kind of being at the rink every day. My first time getting to travel through the province to play. You know, every weekend you're going somewhere else, not just staying in Cape Breton. I'll never forget those days. It was, we'd always drive to the rink, me and a couple of my buddies. The group that we had that year was one of my favorite years in hockey. And, when you grow up, you always hear about the guys in the country are, really skilled, really highly touted, and here it's just, put your work boots on. Back at that age, it's hard to see that. It's hard to see that you're going to be able to play hockey for a living. You're also thinking about your education and all that, and that's very important. My friends, that I've met them through hockey, whether it was through minor hockey, through major midget, through professional, just enjoy every day you go to the rink. I'm forever grateful for all the opportunities that I've had that hockey brought me, and it all started in Cape Breton with minor hockey, and then on to the major midget league, and I'm forever grateful for all of it.
The following High Button Sports presentation of the Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League is a training broadcast. You're currently watching preseason coverage. Our broadcast crew is using these preseason games for training and preparation for the upcoming season. Thank you for your patience as our crew gets our reps in. Regular High Button Sports coverage begins soon.
Company, they are your back to back to back.
welcome back into the Zatzman Sportsplex in beautiful downtown Dartmouth at a humid late August evening. My name is Ryan McDonald. On behalf of all Highland Sports, I'd like to say thank you again for choosing to spend your Friday evening with us here as we continue our coverage of preseason U18 major hockey here. If you're just joining us, we've played 2 periods. The Subs lead the Weeks by a score of 3-0, as they struck twice in the first and once in the second. The Weeks looking to change the story here in the third. Once again, Landon Wilson will tend the net for the Weeks. Why not for the Subs, as they'll finish out their half of the game. Still a lot on the line here in this game as these players look to solidify their spot on the final roster when the season starts in less than a month's time. Can you believe it? Regular season hockey is almost upon us, as I'm sure the players are real excited to go back to school here in about just under a week's time. Or at least the parents are excited. So the refs converge at center ice. One last handshake, and we're just about underway here in the third and final period of this preseason game. Weeks starting to make some noise on the bench. And we're ready for puck drop. And the puck is dropped, one back by the Weeks. And that puck's getting stuck in some standing water here just inside the Weeks zone, as that's blown offside. It being really humid, it's a little difficult for that water to freeze right away after a flood. Face off just outside the Sub zone. Weeks are real loud as they're trying to will their team back into this game. That puck's won by the Weeks, that just dumped in. Why not? We'll play the puck to Land. Land fans on the pass. Picked up in the corner. Anderson almost falls down, regains his set. Tries to knock the puck in deep. The Subs will take it the other way. Chip past the defender. It's a 2-on-1. McKenzie taking the pass, and that pass goes well wide of the intended target. And it'll be chipped up and out and into the Sub zone. Taylor wins that foot race. He tries to knock it off the boards. Picked up by the Weeks. Groff will try to get it knocked back into the zone. He'll pick it up by the blue line. Groff working in towards the slot. His pass. Anderson shot. Big save and held on to. Pushing and shoving ensues in front of the net. Couple whistles. Linesman race to break it up. It might be late August, but the intensity feels like it's late May. As this draw will be to the left of Why Not. McDonald lines up for it for the Weeks. He wins the puck back. Shot that from the point. That hit a couple people in front. Puck's up for grabs. Thrown behind. Why Not there? Picked up by Smith. He has one tonight. Thrown behind the net. Conlon goes in for the hit. Puck centers. Smith gets a stick on it. Conlon will pick it up. He gets out of the zone. Conlon tries to throw on the brakes. McDonald gets back there, picks up the puck. His pass intercepted and knocked into the corner. DeBay, his centering pass. That's picked off, thrown out of the zone. Picked up Knocked into the zone. McDonald will try to win the foot race. He can't. That's Carew picks it up. Carew can't get the puck deep enough. This collision, centering pass. Centering move, backhanded shot. Landon Wilson shuts the door once more. He stood tall when he's been called upon here in the second half of this game. Of course, of first years, he was a part of the provincial winning Novas last year as that puck's dropped. McKenzie throws it behind the net. That's intercepted. Shot, scores! Fouger gets his first of the evening as he intercepts the pass behind the net. And I don't think Wilson or anyone on the Weeks for that matter was expecting that shot from that angle. And it's 4-0. Puck drop, we're back underway. Battle for it. That puck will find McKenzie once again behind the net. Puck's bouncing around a couple sticks. Picked up, Ross tries to get it out. He can't. Foucher with it again. Centering pass, that's off a skate of a Weeks defender. And Wilson will pick that puck up and we'll get a stoppage in play. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third period. Sub strike early in this one. 4-0 is where we stand. Puck's drop. Shot. That just goes wide. Bound for it again. Puck's up for grabs. Cluett was the one with the rocket of the shot there that just went wide. That puck bounces just over his stick in the slot. Still fighting for it. Weeks look, turn around. They get it out. Land will have it. Land just chips it towards the near boards. Picked up by the Weeks. That shot kind of tricks. Why not there? There's a rebound. Hit a stick in front. It's a little knuckle puck coming in there. If you guys watch the Mighty Ducks, you know what I'm talking about. As Wilson will leave that puck behind his own net, and the Weeks try to set up a breakout as the forecheck prevents them from doing that. Battle for it. The far corner, there's two of each there. Just comes out, Sub's puck, works it back to the point. Land has it. Land makes a man miss, walks in, shot. Glove save, Wilson, he'll hang on to it. That was a laser there from Camus, pardon. Excuse me. This draw will be the right of Wilson. Puck drop, one back point, shot. That's a stick save there by Wilson. So that puck goes all the way around, thrown right back in deep by Taylor. Balfour alongside the near boards. That'll come up towards the slot. What a move, shot. He fans on that. Puck comes back out in the slot. Soup still have it. Taylor at the point. And he just elects to just dump it in deep. Picked up Fouger. He almost had his second of the night there. Centering pass, no one there. Groff picks it up, his pass. Fouger intercepts that. His shot hit some shin pads and went all the way up into the netting for a stoppage in play. Just over 4 minutes into this third period. Two teams battling it out here on a Friday night. Puck drop. And we'll have to redo that face-off as Cameron will come in for the Subs against McDonald. McDonald wins that one against the much bigger Cameron. And the puck will come out. Weeks chip it up into the corner. Holman, as he backs off there, there's big collision in the corner. Subs stand tall. Gregan, far side, tries to pass up to Fouget. Puck does get out. Cameron. It's a one-on-one. Cameron driving towards the net, and that's puck's poked just into the corner. What an effort there. By the Weeks defense. McKenzie will have the puck. He throws it up. Working in. Puck's thrown towards the far board. Shot. That just goes wide. Picked up. Pitts. Pitts tries to dump it in. Will be knocked right back to him. His second attempt will get intercepted, and Cameron goes the other way for the Subs. Cameron, it's a 2-on-1. Big diving block there by McDonald. And here comes the Weeks the other way. Holman just loses the puck as he tried to make a move. That puck's knocked back in, but it's delayed offside. The Subs will get to just knock it into the Weeks zone. There's the Weeks retreat. Wilson, that puck's on the blue line, the red line, sorry. Wilson falls down on top of it. What happened there? A shot that came from behind the net, hit some feet, and sat on the goal line. No one knew where it was. And eventually blown dead. Did not cross the goal line. Will remain 4-0. Wilson's pass just couldn't reach the intended target, and it almost cost the Weeks. Some puck luck, however, kept that one out as we're back underway. That pass intercepted. Conlon just dumps it back in. Chipped off the wall. Partner pass. Reversed once again. Looking for some help. That pass hits shin pads, goes all the way. Why not? Plays it to Wakeham in the corner. Wakeham over to Robertson. Back to Wakeham. Behind his own net. He steps up. Across the ice. And that pass is knocked off the stick and it will be dumped right back in. Wakeham picks it up. Wakeham scores on his own net! And the Weeks are on the board. It's an own goal. The forecheck proves successful there, as Ty Bowden is going to get credit for that one. He was the last Weeks player to touch the puck. Dumped in Wakeham. There was a lot of pressure on him. He tried to turn around and quick pass in front of his own net, and he ends up putting a pass. Why not? You don't see that one every day. The Weeks cut the lead, cut the deficit, to 3. As there's going to be a penalty right off the face-off. Who's going to go to the box? It looks like it is against the Subs. Burke will go to the box. 2 minutes for Slash. So fresh off getting their first goal of the game, the Weeks will have a power play to try to cut this lead to 2. As that puck is won by the Weeks, but the pass back to the point just skips over the stick. They'll have to retreat all the way back to their own zone, trying to work through. Cameron knocks the puck off a stick. Retreating back, Scott has the puck. He works it back. McKenzie behind his own net, looking to set up a breakout. He leaves the puck there, and here come the Weeks as that puck takes a weird bounce and will have to retreat once again. McKenzie turns around, pass back to Scott. Sidney Scott working the puck up. Gains the zone, puck's bouncing around. That's as far as he'll go. Picked up, Taylor passes it back, and that's dumped all the way down. Wilson will play it by the side of his net. McKenzie looking to get something going here. Gets set up on the power play. Chipped up, Anderson has it at his own blue line. Pressure. He works it back. Moves it over. McKenzie leaves it. That puck's moved up. Anderson just chips it in. No ice. Working back. Carew has the puck. He tries to get it out. He can't. Battle for it, Carew. Carew's pinned up against the corner. 3 weeks in there. And here's a breakaway on a penalty kill. Poked up. Cluett shoots. Just put that wide. He fights for his rebound. He's pinned up against the board. It is the rare short-handed breakaway. As Groff has the puck again. He shields it in front of his own net. And here come the Weeks again, desperately looking to get set up here on the power play. Groff gains the zone. Pressured by Cluett. Groff behind the Subs net. Still looking for some help. 10 seconds here. Groff. Burke's on top of the boards. He's going to be off. Groff shoots. Rebound. And that just goes wide. And Burke's fresh on the ice. Breakaway. Burke shoots off the post. As he got sprung as soon as he got out of the box and just couldn't capitalize, ringing one off the post. Here comes Groff again. Groff loses the puck, and that's poked out of the zone. He'll pick it up, work it back. That puck's thrown up for Anderson. He just tips it into the zone. Wakeham, he moves it over. It's fired up, almost intercepted, but here come the Subs. Shot. Big save by Wilson as he gloves that one to keep this game 4-1. We've played just over 9 minutes. Both teams with a goal here in the third. Puck drop, thrown back behind the net. Weeks will have it. Trying to get set up here. Fast break. Pausing for some help, throws it past. Puck just went towards the net. Wakeham corrals that to safety, throws it off the boards. Weak shoot, that's tipped, and a big reverse hit there at the blue line. Centering pass, puck's up for grabs, works towards the net. That's just chipped wide. Pushing and shoving in front of the net. That's kept in, thrown back. Another penalty coming towards the Subs. Wilson to the bench, shot. Big save there by Wynot. And a cross check will be the call. Another power play opportunity for the Weeks. As Robertson will go 2 for cross-checking. And just as they kill one, back to the box they go. 0 for 2. The Weeks are on the power play thus far tonight, looking to change that. Just under halfway through this period. Looking to get back within 2, and anything can happen after that. Lots of hockey left as that puck is cleared all the way down. Wilson's going to leave that for McKenzie. McKenzie picks it up, leaves it there. Holman with some speed. Works up near the benches. Stick handling, and that's knocked off his stick by Conlon, who just dumps it all the way back down. Wilson leaves it for McKenzie once more. Picked up, and here come the Weeks. Have yet to be able to set something up on the power play, as that time much of the same as that's denied. Here comes McKenzie. He makes a man miss, makes another, forced wide, and he's hit hard into the boards. Puck's not cleared, however, as a great pinch there. Keeps it in. Finally getting something set up here. Shot for the point. That's blocked. Weeks keep it, however. Holman throws it down deep. Picked up deep. Big collision. Holman working towards the side of the net. He loses the puck. And that's just thrown all the way around by Land. And that's going to go to Wilson, who picks it up in the corner. And he'll leave it there. That's some forecheck, and he has to turn around and fire it as he went to leave it, and none of his teammates came for the puck. So McDonald will have the puck. He gets it out of the zone. Promptly fired right back in there by Carew. Wilson leaves it this time. McDonald's there to pick up the puck. He throws it up, and it'll get out of the zone. However, the Subs will just right back pick it up and dump it all the way back down. Pitts giving chase. Pitts will pick it up behind his own zone. Behind his own net, pardon. Dying seconds of this power play, and we're back to even strength. Scott has it upon his own net. He throws it up the boards. Battling for it is Moore. It'll come out with the Subs. Subs have it in the weak zone. Big collision alongside the far boards as 2 Weeks team up there. Still with the Subs, however. Shot. Waffle boarded. Another rebound. Another big save by Wilson with the blocker. Chipped up Carew, however, holds the line. Shot. That goes wide. Picked up far sword the Bear. Centering pass. That's just knocked out of the way into safety. Picked up Moore. Moore gets the puck stripped off his stick. Shot. No goal as that rings off the post. And it will be cleared out. Gregan has the puck. His pass. That's intercepted. Here comes Moore. He's taken down. And that's poked just past the net by Why Not. So there's a stick in the crease. Can't tell who lost that. That puck was intended for a streaking forward, but Groff got a stick on it. That goes all the way back down to the Subs zone. Subs work it up. Have it in the neutral zone along the center line. Groff intercepts that one again. Groff works it back. That pass up for Anderson. Anderson, McDonald. McDonald loses it in the skates. Back up for Groff. He touches it. No icing. Why Not plays upon his own net. That's fired alongside the boards by Robertson. McDonald will pick it up. McDonald centering pass. Groff can't get a shot off. And here come the Subs. That puck cross ice. Wakeham gets it down low. Centering pass. That's picked off, and that'll be chipped up and out of the zone. Foot race. Wakeham and Anderson. Wakeham will win that. He throws on the brakes, gets a pass over to Robertson. Robertson moves it up. Back to Sparks. He leaves it. Working in. Cluett shot. Patted aside by Wilson. Picked up by the Weeks. Going the other way, McDonald. And that will be offside as McDonald slowed down to try to find Anderson. And that puck will stay just outside of Dartmouth zone. .5:40 to go here in the third period. 4-1 for the Subs. That puck's dropped. Won back by the Weeks and dumped all the way down. Giving chase land. Battle for it. Big hit collision there. Puck still up for grabs. And that will eventually get out. Giving chase McLean. McLean has the puck. Walking in. Shot. Big save. McLean moves it behind the net. Burke has it. Burke loses the puck. McLean forechecking. It'll be kicked behind the Weeks net, and up the far boards. Weeks coming up with a little bit of steam. Shot from well outside the zone goes high. Picked up, however, by the Weeks fighting for it. Puck's chipped up. The Subs. It's a 2-on-2. Up for McLean. He can't handle that pass. He's in a foot race with Pitts. Pitts wins that one. Battle for it. Puck's bouncing around. McLean's shielding it from Pitts. He works away back to the point. Land's pass just in an awkward spot, and that puck gets knocked straight up into the air. Picked straight back up, however, by Burke. Burke, reverse hit, loses the puck. While doing so, puck finds him again. However, he's behind the net. Centering pass. That hit Pitts in the skates. Puck's bouncing around. Will be calmed down there, but picked right back off. Centering pass gets knocked away by Pitts. Still with it is Smith. He already has one, and that puck gets knocked all the way back down. Why Not will play it. 4 minutes to go here in the third period. Picked up. Pass hit land, but still reaches as the intended target. That shit's in the zone. Wilson will cover it. And we'll get a stoppage of play just under 4 minutes to go. as the Rattling Bog echoes throughout the Sportsplex. Puck dropped, one back. McKenzie has the puck. McKenzie behind his own net. He throws it up the boards. Chipped up and big collision along the penalty box there. Puck's thrown back up. Carew tries to chip it out. Second attempt gets held in by McKenzie. Puck eventually does get out. McKenzie works it back. Ross has it. Ross circles back. Up to Holman. Holman works it up. That puck bounces off a couple shin pads, gets cleared. McKenzie misses the puck. Foot race Conlon with it. Offside. Delayed offside, rather. So the Subs have to retreat, and the Weeks get to pick up the puck. McKenzie throws a puck intended for Ross. Just out of his reach, Ross picks it up off the boards. He gets it out of the zone. He still has it crossing center, and that's just chipped in. Puck's thrown up the ice. Conlon has it. Conlon loses the puck. That's chipped up. Subs will have it. Puck's thrown around. Subs will be picking up that puck behind their own net. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the third and final period. Conlon has a puck. He gets it out of the zone. Pass just behind the intended target. He has to throw on the brakes and just slap it right into the zone. Wilson plays it. That's thrown up for Scott. Scott can't handle it cleanly, and Wakeham just throws it back towards the weak zone. Puck's bouncing around. Fouget, his shot. Big save by Wilson. That puck's knocked safely into the corner. Scott will have it alongside the near boards. He gets stripped of it. That puck's bouncing around. Chip behind the net. Picked up the Weeks. Weeks pass intercepted. Shot. That, however, is blocked. Couple bodies in front. Cameron gets leveled in the corner. Weeks showing their appreciation on the bench. Cameron comes out with that puck. His centering pass knocked away there. Soup still have it. Cameron throws it back. Robertson, shot. That goes high. And that'll ricochet off the glass and all the way back down to the Soups blue line where Wakeham will pick it up. He'll drop it off for Robertson. Robertson, he throws it up just out of the reach of Cameron, and that will be an offside. 1:26 to go. 4-1 is where we stand. Puck dropped, one back, intercepted, and Fouché will have it again. He's working with it. He has Cameron. Centering pass. Cameron just can't get a stick on it. Picked up and chipped backwards by McDonald. McDonald will pick it up. Minute and change remaining. McDonald works it up. Groft. Groft has it. Stick handling. Trying to stick handle through Anderson. He still has a puck. His shot. Blocked. McDonald hit the side of the net. Anderson's going to pick it up. He gets back to McKenzie. McKenzie's shot. That goes high. And that was eventually cleared. Hit a couple of sticks, so no icing. McKenzie's going to win the foot race, however. He throws it back behind his own net. Picked up. McDonald can't handle that pass. Anderson sticking with the play. Couple Dartmouth players on him. A giant collision. And that will be a penalty and a couple extra shots afterwards. As Cluett will go to the box. Pardon me, not Cluett, as I can't see what number it is. 4 minutes for head contact. .28 seconds on the dot remaining in this game. The Weeks will finish this one out on the man advantage. Puck's dropped, one back by the Weeks. McIver. McIver has the puck. He throws it back to the point. Pitts. His shot, that's blocked. He still has it. He finds McIver. McIver can't handle that pass, regains control, throws it in front, shot, big save, rebound, another save, and finally covered. As Why Not stands tall in the dying seconds of the third. Just as he did in the dying seconds of the second. 4.7 to go here in the game. Puck dropped, tied up at the face-off circle. It'll come out, and that's how this game will end. Dartmouth Steele Subaru 4. The Weeks Majors 1. As both teams will flock towards their goalies for some fist bumps. We say farewell. My name is Ryan McDonald. On behalf of High Button Sports, I'd like to thank you again for choosing to spend your Friday evening with us. For this coverage of preseason U18 Major Hockey on High Button Sports, hopefully we'll see you soon, and enjoy the rest of your week.